Meet Sir Zeahlot, my Zeahlot Ultimate Iron. No, stop, we can't do this. This is my Zeahlot Ultimate Ironman, Sir Zeahlot. I'll be attempting to take on the Chambers of Xeric and the Fortis Colosseum, all while staying within Zeah. I'll have access to Great Kourend, the Kebos Lowlands, and the Kingdom of Varlamore. My knowledge of Zeah is not that great in comparison to the mainland, and I know next to nothing about Varlamore. I've also never played an Ultimate Ironman before, so this should be interesting. This is Sir Zeahlot. Hello guys, Ormo here, and welcome to this new series I'm making. This is Sir Zeahlot, and this is going to be a Zeahlot Ultimate Ironman, and I'm excited to get stuck in. I've never played an Ultimate Ironman before, so there's definitely going to be a learning curve to it, and I'm probably going to mess up a little bit, but it should be a good adventure. But for now, we are in Lumbridge, and we need to get onto Zeah as quickly as possible. There are a few things I need to do before we go, though. There's a couple of exceptions. So the first one is going to be Druidic Ritual. We obviously need to do that to unlock Herblore. We also need to do X marks the spot, because that is needed for the Client of Kourend quest. And we also need to do Children of the Sun, because that also unlocks Varlamore for us. So we're going to get started. We're going to do Druidic Ritual first, and I'm just going to grab some runes from the magic combat tutor here, just to be able to safe spot the bear and the rat, and then we'll use that to go and kill the chicken and the cow as well. And there is the cow killed. We're going to take the raw beef, and there is the chicken dealt with. And there is the bear killed, and there is the rat flinched to death. That took a little while, but we got there in the end, and that is going to be the raw rat meat. So we are going to make our way over to Tavali to do this quest. We're also going to grab a spade from Falador on the way, because we're going to need that to be able to do X marks the spot. And here is the spade spawn. I'm going to pick that up. We don't actually need to buy a house just yet, because we can buy one actually when we're on Zeah. There's an estate agent there and a house portal, which is going to be nice for some good construction upgrades later on. I know that's going to be super important for Ultimate Ironman, because there's a bunch of different storage that you can build in your house. So every inventory space is precious from what I've seen of other Ultimate Ironmen. And so we're going to want to be building those upgrades at some point in the future, I'm sure. Also, I don't need to buy a pestle and mortar. I think Zeahlot Ironmen used to have to do that and bring it with them, but there is, I believe, a pestle and mortar, either a spawn or a shop that sells one, actually in Varlamore now, so we don't have to take one of those with us, which is good. And that should be Druidic Ritual completed, and that means that we can do Herblore when we get to Zeah, and we get level 3 to start us off. Beautiful. Right, now next up on the list is going to be X marks the spot, and this is why we need to pick up that spade from Falador, because it's basically, this whole quest is essentially just doing like a beginner clue scroll, I think. So we just have to go and like dig at certain spots throughout Lumbridge, and I think in Draenor a little bit. We'll get back when the quest has been completed. And that is the reward. So we get an antique lamp. XP lamps. Just got one from this quest, and this is a good opportunity for me to explain how I'll be using them going forward on this account. There is one skill on this account that I cannot train normally on Zeah, and that is Slayer. Whilst it's true that Konar is on Zeah, she gives Slayer tasks that must be completed in specific areas, and those areas might not actually be on Zeah. Now, there are some Ironmen that choose to allow Konar tasks that aren't on Zeah, and they just don't pick up any of the loot except for Brimstone Keys, but I think I'm going to stay clear of that and keep the account as pure as possible. Slayer actually has some useful unlocks for the account as well. At level 15 Slayer, we unlock Twisted Banshees, which are a good source of herbs. At level 44, we unlock Sulphur Lizards, which are a good source of nature runes and noted ores. At level 48, we unlock the Sulphur Nagua, which drops the Sulphur Blades, and is also a good source of runes and noted ores. We also need 48 Slayer to complete the Perilous Moons quest, which unlocks the Moons bosses and their drops as well. So, what's the plan? 48 Slayer is 83,014 XP. X marks the spot has already given me an XP lamp worth 300 XP. The Client of Kourend quest will give me 2 XP lamps worth 500 XP each. After that, I'll be level 10 Slayer. The Easy Diary will also give me an XP lamp worth 2.5k XP, but I can only use this on skills that are level 30 plus. This means that I'll need to get XP random events for a whopping 12,063 XP to get from level 10 to 30. This should be roughly 70 random events if there's a good mixture of the genie and the classroom randoms. At level 30, once I've used all of these lamps, I'll do the easy diary and use the reward on Slayer. This will leave me at 21,356 XP until level 40 Slayer, which is important because at this level I will be able to use the 10k XP lamps that I can get from A Kingdom Divided and the In Search of Knowledge mini quest. That's a total of 30k XP from those two things. After all of that, I should be close to level 46 Slayer, and I'll need to continue using random XP lamps to get any more levels after this. So this is going to be our first one here, straight onto Slayer. That's going to be 300 XP, and that's going to get us up to level 4 Slayer. We are now going to go and do Children of the Sun. So this is going to be the final exception / quest that we're going to actually do before we first go to Zeah. There's going to be 1 or 2 small exceptions later on down the line, but we'll deal with those when we get to them. So I'm going to go to Varrock, and we're going to start Children of the Sun, because that is how we actually unlock access to Varlamore. And there we go, Children of the Sun completed. Access to Varlamore is unlocked, which is quite important for us as a Zeahlot Ironman. Now, that should be everything that we need to do on the mainland for now. The next thing to do is going to be to actually get to Zeah. So we're going to go and find Veos at Port Sarim, and we're going to take the boat over there. Okay, Veos is the man we need to speak to now to take a big step into the start of our adventure and actually get to Zeah. We're going to drop all of the items that we've got so far, just because, you know, no advantages. We're going in clean. We only picked up what we needed to do those quests. Oh, and I've still got my armor on. Let me get rid of that. This is the last time I'm ever going to wear this armor, I'm afraid. It's been a nice little run. No more flexing the Ultimate Ironman status. Let's talk to Veos here. And it should be a case of just asking him to take us to Great Kourend. And here we go. Here we are. In Zeah. So, we have the whole world open to us. But actually only half of it. But all of this here we have access to. We won't obviously have access to the Stranglewood and things like that, but all of this, lots of things to do, lots of things to accomplish, lots of XP to gain. And I think the first important thing that we should do is do the Client of Kourend quest. The first and only item we are going to need to be able to complete this quest is a feather. So we're going to go grab a feather. There should be some chickens just down here, I believe. So we're going to head down there, find some chickens, and get a feather from them so we can do this quest. Okay, here we are at the chicken shed. It doesn't look like there's any feather spawns on the floor, so we are just going to punch a chicken to death here. And hopefully we get a feather. I think it's 1 every 2 chickens, maybe, that you get one. So do we get lucky? 15 feathers. Beautiful. And we're going to take the bones, and I'll pick up everything, actually. Bones, every little bit of prayer XP we can get is useful. Let's use the feather on this. And now we need to go speak to Leans back in Port Piscarilius. Man, this area is quite big. It's a lot of running around to get to places, especially with 1 agility. But I guess I just have to be thankful that I'm doing this after the Zeah rework, because before I think it was even more spaced out, and it would have been twice as long to get everywhere. So count our blessings, I guess. But yeah, back to Port Piscarilius to do the next part of this quest. And we're going to talk to Leans here. And that should be that part done. I'm also going to have a quick look. It looks like she runs the general store here, so I'm just going to see what they have for sale. So they've got a lot of pots. I'm assuming that's like to make dynamite. I'm not sure if we'll do any blast mining, but also sells 500 bronze and iron nails. That's going to be quite useful, actually, for training construction if I don't want to mine and smith them all myself, especially considering I'm an Iron Man. I've got some jugs, buckets, bowls, tinderbox, and hammer. Okay, so I'll probably come back for some of these at some point when I've got some money. But next, we need to go to Arceus, so let's get on with that. And here we are talking to Regath, the next part of the quest. Again, this guy has his own little shop, so I'm just going to see what he's got in here. Ooh, okay, so we've got Vials of Water and Eyes of Newt. That's good for herb lore training early on. We've got all the elemental runes, mind runes, which we're going to need to train our magic early on. Also sells blood and soul runes. Not sure how much I'm going to use these, but that's good to know. Also the rune packs. And obviously the Fashionscape wizard hats as well. It's going to be nice. Next, we are going to Lovakenge, which is a little bit of a walk, but hey, we're going to have to get used to it. That's what we're going to be doing until we can actually get the book that gives us the teleports to the different areas. That is going to be a massive time saver. So the sooner we can unlock that, the better. But yeah, I'll see you guys in Loverkenge. And there we go, talking to Munty. Gonna check his shop again as well. Bronze pickaxe can be bought from here, and other than that, it's pretty basic stuff, I think. A chisel and balls of wool. So if we ever need to string any amulets or anything like that, we can come here for some balls of wool. Next up, we need to go to Shazian and talk to Jennifer. This is probably the longest trek I've done so far, so let's see if we can get there without being killed by NPCs. Just walking through the Shazian zone here now, and I think that all this stuff over here at the top is the Shazian rooftop agility course, which is going to be basically how I train my agility starting from level 1. I believe before this was implemented, you would have to use toy mice, which was incredibly tedious and incredibly slow, but I believe you should be able to just use the basic course from level 1, and then there's an advanced course you can do at a slightly higher agility level, so no toy mice training for me, thankfully. And we are almost here to speak to Jennifer, and again, it looks like they all have their own shops, so we'll have a quick peek as well and see what she's got in stock. There we go. What have you got? Ooh, okay. Oh wait, I'm assuming this is stuff that other players have sold here, actually. Field ration, bronze axe, some shears, cake tin, and a bowl could be useful for cooking if we need to do that in the future. And some jugs. Okay, interesting. And then on to Hasidius. I think this is the final one. So we're going to make our way over there now. Just looking at the different ways to navigate around the island as well while I'm walking here and looking at the map. There's the minecarts to unlock. There's agility shortcuts, like this one over the river here. It's 40 agility. There's a few other ways I can unlock to speed up travel, but it's not going to be anytime soon, I don't think. So walking for now. But we'll see how we get on with the account progression as we go on and see whether we can get any faster transport methods unlocked. And here we're going to speak to Horace for the next step of the quest. Please don't walk away from me, Horace. There we go. And let's just check out his shop while we're here as well. Pretty much the same as the other ones. Some more vials of water here. Some needle and thread, which is going to be useful for crafting, actually. That's going to be good. Ropes as well, interesting. I know these can be tricky to find in the mainland, so I'm not sure what I need them for on Zeah, but I'm sure I'll find a use for them somewhere. And a machete. Again, not sure if this is even usable on Zeah, but if it is, we now know where to find one, although I will probably forget in the next 5 minutes where to get one of those. But now it is time to head back to the docks and speak to Veos, and we can turn in this quest. And here we are going to speak to Veos, hand in the quest. There we go. We've spoken to all your friends, Veos. Please give me my reward. Oh no, okay, I've missed a step. We have to go and take this all the way to the Dark Altar, which is very much a long walk. But, getting a little bit premature there, but we'll make our way up there now. And then that should be the end of the quest. Actually, I think I've got to come back and speak to him again after this. Oh boy, it's a long one. Okay, we've done the old bit. Now we need to go back and speak to Veos again. And this should hopefully be the end of the quest. And we are finally back to Veos, which means hopefully now we should be able to complete the quest. There we go. Client of Kourend completed. And we have a few rewards from this one, which are quite nice. We can unlock the Kourend teleport, which we can't use yet because we don't have the magic level, but I'm sure that will come in handy in the future. We also get the Cardist Memoirs, which is going to be nice. That's going to teleport us around the zones a little bit when we need to. So I'll keep hold of that for now. We also get these antique lamps, which again, we're going to put straight onto Slayer. That's going to be 500 XP. It's going to get us to level 7, and then it's going to be another 500 XP, which will get us up to level 10 Slayer. Now, the next thing I want to do, I think, is going to be the Forsaken Tower. Just want to sort of start knocking out some of the easy quests that I can do right now to just make the most of that XP in the early game. And to do the Forsaken Tower, I believe the only thing we need is a tinderbox, and there should be a spawn just behind the Hasidius Bank. So I'm going to go and get that tinderbox, and then I'm going to go and start the Forsaken Tower quest. Okay, so there is a massive change that I was completely unaware of. I don't know how I missed this, But essentially, there's been a lot of changes in Kourend, and the biggest one is that favor has just been completely removed from the game. I was really confused because I completed the Client of Kourend quest, which used to give a certificate of favor to put into one of the houses, and I was kind of thinking about what I would use, which one I would use it on. But I realized there's no favor interface anymore. I didn't get the certificate as a reward, so I googled this, and they've just removed favor, which is actually pretty crazy. That's probably actually really good for me, to be honest. So they've removed favor. They've also added it in so that minecarts no longer need unlocking and have any requirements. Just 20 GP to take the minecart, so I don't have to unlock that. You can still unlock the ability to use them for free, but that's now behind the Forsaken Tower quest, which is the quest I'm about to go and do anyway. They've added even more minecart stations around Zeah. They added some charter ships, they made some fairy ring changes, they made the Kourend castle teleport get unlocked from this quest instead of through the library. They've reduced the magic level, they've changed the runes needed to cast it, and they've improved the memoirs book. So a lot of changes that I was not aware of, and all really good ones for me, to be honest. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's carry on and get this tinderbox. So there is a slight problem with the tinderbox in that for some reason it is spawning inside of this big fence. You cannot open the door. You can't get through there because that's where the bank is. So I would have to telegrab that. But I do have a backup plan. We're going to go see Jennifer, who we spoke to earlier, who has the general store in the Shazian area. And we're going to pick up a tinderbox from over here. I don't even need to buy one. There is just a tinderbox spawn on the table. Beautiful. Tinderbox is obtained, and now we need to go to Lady Vulcana. So I think we can use, I'm assuming it's Jewelry and Jubilation, because that sounds like smithing. Oh, I haven't got any charges in this yet. That's right. I need to find charges to actually use this teleport. So it looks like we're going to take another long walk up to Leverkenge. So I will see you when we get there. Oh, we have a mysterious old man random. Oh, 640 coins. I thought it was going to be a maze event to start with, but 640 coins, that's actually pretty nice. And that's actually pretty useful because I was just looking, I need to get up to Wintertodd. And I, to be honest, have no idea how to do that if I don't have a games necklace. I think there is a way to walk, but that might not actually work. But I believe that there is a minecart network point here. So we would have needed 20 GP to use that, and that's going to help us out because we now have 640. So that's pretty cool. Let's go see. There's a minecart operator down here. Let's see if we can go take a minecart up to Wintertodd, because that would be amazing. Oh my god, these, I swear these weren't aggressive last time I ran past them, but okay. Although, hang on a minute, does he go only to certain places? Oh, okay, no, I get a choice. Oh god, which, is it Northern Tundras I need? I think it is. Yeah, Northern Tundras, let's do that. 20 GP. And we are here at Wintertodd. Beautiful. Okay, now we need to go and enter the Forsaken Tower, which is all the way over here. I need to look up quickly what the best way to get there is. I think we just run from Leverkenge and go up here, but I will double check that. I actually remember something, and I may have completely made this up, but I swear I remember something about trying to get to the Forsaken Tower before from this end, and like it's just blocked off somehow. I could be making this up, but just to be safe, I think we're going to go to the minecart network near the farming guild and go that way instead. So let's go to the farming guild. And then we should just be able to walk around this side. And I'm pretty sure this is the side that is just completely open to walk up. I could be mixing them up, actually. I might have just screwed myself over, but I guess we will find out in just a moment. This place looked kind of scary on the map, but I think it's just got friendly Shazian people in. I thought it was like another lizard man battle area, but I think we can just walk straight up here and we should get the path up to the Forsaken Tower. So let's go. Okay, so this is the dangerous part of the quest, I think. I have to take a potion from this table, and if I choose the wrong one, I think I take 25 plus damage and become poisoned. Not that the poison will matter, because it will just kill me instantly, so I need to take fluid 3. carefully click that. Okay, I think we've just narrowly avoided certain death there. And we should be able to use it on this. Cleanse the refinery. Activate it. Hey, I think that is possibly the only dangerous part of the quest dealt with. So onward, and we will do this next puzzle, and then I think we're done. We'll go hand the quest in. And this should be the end of the quest here. See if we can turn this in and get the rewards. There we go. So, free use of the minecart system unlocked. Beautiful. So we don't have to spend any of the rest of our money on minecarts ever again. 6,000 coins, which is actually pretty nice for starting off the account. That's sort of like, you know, not far off doing the Stronghold of Security on the mainland. So that's pretty decent. We also get 500 mining and smithing XP, which is going to be nice. What levels is that going to get us? Level 6 mining, steel pickaxes unlocked, and level 6 smithing. Beautiful. We also get a memoir page, so let's stick that in here. I believe this just unlocks the teleport. I'm not sure if it gives us any charges. Oh, we do. We have 20 charges. Okay, beautiful. But I think maybe we can't teleport to the other ones until we've actually got the memoir card. Yeah, there we go. So we need to unlock all those to actually unlock the teleports there. But that is good to know. Now, the next thing that I want to do here is going to be getting my thieving leveled up. And I'm going to want to get to level 20 because I want to do the Queen of Thieves quest because that's got a few unlocks for me, a little bit of GP and some XP as a reward as well. So I'm going to start by thieving some men, because that's the only thing I can do right now. And then I believe we can upgrade ourselves to cake stalls at level 5. So I'm going to go find some men and pickpocket them. I don't really have any food right now. I did pick up this one raw chicken in the hopes of cooking it somewhere. Not sure that's going to make a whole lot of difference trying to get to level 5 thieving, but I'll see how I get on just waiting for my health to regen if I do get hit too much. And if it's just really just terrible, then I'll go and find some quick food. So, yep, I'll be right back when I've found a man. So I've just come back to Kourend Castle, and I found this man here, and I'm just going to see how we get on with pickpocketing him. If it becomes unbearable, then I'll try and get some food, but hopefully we can knock out level 5 thieving. I'm not sure how long this is going to take, but I will update you when we have some sort of result. So we got to a grand total of level 2 thieving before I got down to 1 HP. And I've just burnt my chicken, which is not ideal, to be honest, but I'm going to have a little think about this. I'll be right back. So I decided to come down to the chickens just south of the castle to basically just get some more raw chickens so I can try and cook them, get a little bit of food. I'm not going to need too much because obviously when I start thieving the cake stall, I can just eat the cakes. So I'm going to kill a few chickens, get some food. I'll probably pick up the feathers and I'll bury the bones as well, obviously. And yeah, we'll see if we can get enough food to try and get level 5 thieving, essentially. Okay, so I got some chickens. I'm going to go cook them now. We managed to get level 3 attack off of that, and I think that's basically all we got. Can we use the clay oven here, or is that only for the... Oh, no, we can. Okay, let's see how many of these we burn. Why cook chicken into burnt chicken is the default on the spacebar? I do not know. That is the stupidest thing I've ever done. Wait, have I selected the wrong thing again? I haven't, have I? I'm just getting super unlucky. Wow, okay, so we have 4 cooked chickens after all of that. I don't know if that's enough, but we're going to go back and just test our luck. Our health's regened a little bit now. I did accidentally purposely burn, I think, 2, maybe 3. So let's try and avoid doing that again, but we'll see how we get on with the rest of these. So we've used all of our chickens up, but this should be the last pickpocket. There we go, level 5 thieving. That means we can now go and thieve from the cake stall, which I believe is just in the center of the castle over here. So let's go over and find that. Is it the baker's stall, I think, is the one we need? Excellent. So I think we can just stand, like, behind the stall here, and I don't think the guards can get us. So let's just make sure that that's doable. Yep, looks like it. So this is basically what we're going to be doing until level 20 thieving now. So we've got a little bit of a grind ahead of us, but I will see you once we get level 20 thieving. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I didn't realize the guard could get me from there. And he did somehow. And I literally just dropped all my food because I was waiting to steal another inventory. Is he still got aggro on me? I hope he doesn't. He looks like he's walked off now. Oh my god, my life flashed before my eyes. Okay, well, let's try not to make that mistake again. I don't know how he managed to... He must have been, like, literally right here, and he just had the perfect angle. Because that hasn't happened at all so far, so... Just got to be aware of that. I was kind of zoned out. And this should be 20 thieving. There we go. Beautiful. We can now steal from silk stools if we want to. But level 20 is the level I needed to do the Queen of Thieves quest. I'm just going to pick up some of the cakes I've thieved here just for some food. I can always drop the excess ones I don't need. But hey, it's better to have too much food than no food. So we're just going to fill up on cakes until we need to use them or drop them. But yeah, now we can do the Queen of Thieves quest. The only other thing we need to do before we're able to start this is during this quest, a stew is required. Now, a stew normally would require level 25 cooking, which I can't really be bothered to go and get right now, but there is a stew that can be bought from a pub in the Civitas Illa Fortis area, which is just down here in Varlamore. So this pub just here, I believe it is, we can buy a stew from here. So we have the coins now, so we just need to travel over here. Now, I think the best way to do that is here or here. I think there's a ship just down on the docks that we can take to get over there. So I'm going to go see how much that costs and see if we can get a boat over to get the stew. So I believe it is the charter ship we need. Nope, it is not the charter ship we need. They also can take us to Land's End, but I don't think Land's End is here, I believe. Okay, so I have just checked both of the charter ship locations, the ones from Port Piscarilius and the ones down here at Land's End, and it doesn't look like there is a charter ship for me available to go to either the Fortis Cothon or to the Sunset Coast, which I believe there should be, and I think I know what's happened here. I think when you complete Children of the Sun, you should go and basically go speak to the guy that's got the bird, and he will fly you over to here. And when you do that, I believe that then unlocks the charter ships to here. Now, I completed the quest, but I didn't go and get the bird over here, which I should have done. So I think, unfortunately, I need to make another slight exception, which is kind of a half exception because it's not like I'm sort of cheating. I've done the quest already. I just didn't take the bird here to unlock that for the account. So I think the best thing to do here is I'm going to go to Varrock very quickly. I'm not going to do anything else on the way. I'm just going to take the bird straight back into Varlamore, and then that should then unlock the charter ships. If I'm wrong about that, which I don't think I am, then I do apologize, and I won't use death to get here again, but I believe that is what I have missed, so I'm going to go and do that and see whether it unlocks the charter ships. So here we are at the bird just to the east of Varrock. We're going to speak to this person, and this should fly us over to Varlamore, and then that should hopefully unlock the charter ships. I should have done this before. So we're now in Varlamore, and I'm going to go and get the stew, and then we're going to go and see whether that has unlocked the charter ships. So here is the stew for 20 coins. We'll buy one of those, and then let's go and check these charter ships just here. So if we go charter here, there we go. So we've unlocked Port Piscarilius, Land's End, and Sunset Coast here. That's what I'd not done, is I hadn't taken the bird over to Varlamore, so it hadn't unlocked these. So that is now done. We should not need to leave again until one or two times in the future, but we'll talk about them when we get to them. They're quite a ways off for now. So we are going to go back to Port Piscarilius. That's going to cost us 1,000 coins. So we've got the stew, we've got 20 thieving. It is time to start the Queen of Thieves quest. And this should now be the end of the quest. Let's turn this in. There we go. Another 2,000 GP, 2k thieving XP, and we get another page for our book. That's level 23 thieving. Very nice. Let's put this page in our book. There we go. That has now unlocked another destination. And there are a couple of shops down here I just wanted to check out to see whether they'd be useful to us. So there's a fishmonger. Let's see if he's got anything good in stock. So some good stuff for some fishing supplies here, and a feather store as well if I need it. Basically all the fishing supplies that I could need. And then I think there is also a general store over here. So let's just see if he's got anything good. Nothing that we haven't seen before, but that's fine. So that's another quest done, and I think that's probably a good place to wrap up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. If you really, really liked it, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode of Zeahlot.